Hello everyone, just a quick video about this NAS drive that I've been given. Basically this is a Stardom SR5600. It was given to me and I can find very little information about this particular device because there's absolutely no markings on the box whatsoever. So I had to do a bit of a searching around. Fortunately the name Stardom appears on the display panel, which I'll show when I switch the thing on. Did manage to find a little bit of information online. I hope you can see this. There's the device. I believe is the same thing. Retailing at £328.48, which is quite a lot of money, I thought. Anyway, this was given to me. Just a little brief overview of the machine itself. So it has a display up here which lights up in blue, which I'll show when it fires up. Hard disk fail, hard disk access and power button at the front, and a buzzer silencing switch there. A little bit there for you to look at. Okay, so the hard drives themselves are quite easily to be removed. You basically pull this tag here and they should pop out quite easily. Yes, indeed they do. And they are housed in this sort of metal tray with four screw mounts at the bottom. And they basically, as you push them in, they make the connection at the back. The one little thing I did notice is that when you put them back in again, what you find with an annoyance is that if you push them all the way in, you find this thing doesn't shut. Always shut. If you push it too far, you find it doesn't shut. So what you have to do is make sure that you'll see these little tags here. You have to make sure that they're actually just inside the case, and then it'll shut quite comfortably. So it has four. Each drive can be locked with a key. Unfortunately, I don't have that key. So I'll just quickly turn it around to show you the back. So a little bit of info on the back here. We have a little toggle switch which can change it from RAID level 0 to 0+1. An RS-232 port. Not too sure what that could be used for. Again, can't find any documentation on it at all. But it has an eSATA port, 2 FireWire ports, and a USB 2 port. And this is how it connects to my PC at the moment. Down the bottom here, we've obviously got the normal power in and the power switch. Seems to be some sort of space there for something else. I'm not quite sure what. So some models on the specification on the website that I've got over here seems to imply that it has some sort of network capability, but there's no Ethernet port on the back of this at all. Okay, so let's turn it around and show you it firing up. Now, it is very heavy. One thing I did learn is that this thing does not like having just one drive in there. All the bays must be occupied for it to work, otherwise it runs you an error. It's worth remembering if you ever buy this machine, you will need 4 drives. I've currently got 4 250 gig drives in there, so making just under a terabyte. Haven't tested yet as to whether it takes or will accept different sizes of drive, but that'll be my next thing. Right, okay, so let's turn it on. It's quite noisy as well. So there's the display firing up. I'm not quite sure if you're going to see it. So the HD fail comes up. There's the Stardom RAID, and you see that it's showing ready. It's set to RAID 0, and the 4 zeros indicate that there are 4 drives in there. When there's no drive, if there's a drive missing, it doesn't come up with that number. It comes up with just a blank. As soon as it's switched on, of course, the USB is come to life, and it's now showing on my computer now as an extra drive, volume drive I it's called it. If I quick look at the properties, you'll see that it has 998 gigs, or 931 available to me. So it just sees it as another drive now, so useful for backups and whatnot, but it does make quite a bit of noise. So that's the machine. Stardom SR5600. Again, if you get one of these and you see and you look around, if you see a manual for it, please let me know, because I've not found one. But what's interesting is there's absolutely no information about this, the make or model or anything on the box at all. I don't know whether it's come off over time or whether it was ever put on there. But I've even opened the box up to have a look inside to see if I could see anything, but nothing. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this has been of some use.